Hey you guys, this is Quentin601. I am here with a new video, and this is basically I'm covering the Love and Hip Hop reunion um, 1 and 2, but I'm gonna sum it all up in one video. I have to just say this, just as a whole for the season itself, this show has been nothing more than like ratchetness on a whole nother level that is like just silly. Um, you know, I'm kind of like I said before, I kind of rock with K Michelle, but still at the same time, she get on my fucking nerves, and I'm still wondering why like no one has ever addressed the fact that she keeps like every man that doesn't sit with her or whatever the case may be. The only insult she have to go after a man is calling him gay, and then to throw up like some. There was one clip I believe that she said something to the fact of about Mimi's, about Nico and his partner, something about guys in New York and this, that, and the fourth. She, K Michelle, she is. I'm not saying that everybody from Memphis act like K Michelle, but a majority of the people that I know, just the people that I know that are from Memphis, are ratchet as fuck like K Michelle. And it's no shade, really. It's no shade because people can be ratchet and they know how to turn it on and off or whatever the case may be. But K Michelle is just messy, just flat out messy. You know what I'm saying? And then she's sitting there acting like, oh, I've outgrown Atlanta. I need to move to New York City to a bigger and better platform and this, that, and the fourth. But yet, Mona Scott threw your tea out there on everybody and spilled that shit on everybody's blouse, on their shirt, on their outfit, everybody in the audience. She just slung your tea out through the audience saying, okay, yeah, you may have a little album that's out right now, K Michelle, but you jumping from one ship to the other and you acting like that bitch. You done jump at the top of R&B's hit charts, and you acting like that. Every producer in the industry and everybody is coming to fuck with you now after you sold out two venues at the BB King um, place or whatever the case may be in New York City. So K Michelle, you really tried it, but you can sing, I give you that, but I did laugh at your song VSOP, considering you are an alcoholic and you need AA, and you name your song, which was cute. You name your song after some brandy, whatever. Okay, this whole thing with Stevie J, Joseline, and Mimi, you know, Mimi Mimi is just silly as fuck to me at this point. She is just real silly. She's using the excuse now. Oh, now it's all about my daughter and this, that, and the fourth. What the fuck was it about before, Mimi? What was it about before? I'm like, okay, if it's not about your daughter and you and Stevie J and you going after him, telling him he needs to be there for his daughter and this, that, and the fourth, okay, what was it about? His dick? Because obviously Joseline got that on lock. Joseline got that on lock. She don't give a fuck about anything else as long as he break her off her little ends, help her get what the fuck she need to go with where the fuck she needs to go, give her some dick every now and again, 3, 4, 5 times a day like she like it, and that's it. She don't give a fuck about anything else. And so, Mimi, I'm not understanding you how you sit there and you just sat there on the stage and you try to act like that you were class and you talking about don't get your ass beat and all this other stuff, Mimi. But the real thing is that Mimi, you ain't gonna bust a fucking bubble with a needle. You ain't gonna do shit, Mimi. Besides sit there and cock your head to the side and act like you have some type of class. But if for real, if you had some type of class about yourself, you would sever this whole entire fucking situation and move the fuck on. Granted, yes, you do have to still co-parent with Stevie J, but how you sit here and you try to make it seem like you got your shit together and this, that, and the fourth, and um you're not an angry bitch or whatever the case may be, or you're a good bitch or whatever the hell you said about it about yourself like that. For real, I always say this: when people have these little stupid slogans or these little stupid sayings that they have that they throw up on themselves to try to make themselves feel better, real deep down, they still have issues that they're dealing with, and it's so fucking obvious with you. Okay, now on from that shit, Scrappy, Mama D, Erica, and Mignon. Okay, I like how Mignon pulled Mama D card and just snatched her ass dead up off her fucking throne, talking about if you was a queen, you would act like you were fucking queen, and if you were a pimp, like you say you were, you wouldn't be out here acting like an old ratchet ass hoe, whatever the case may be, keeping up all this drama and carrying on and acting crazy and shit. She did call her out on that. And I was like, "Ooh, she got you on that one," because it was nothing she could say, nothing she could do, because Mama D does. Okay, granted, yeah, any mother would want their son or daughter to have the best. Just like Mignon want Erica to have the best, and Mama D wants Scrappy to have the best. But Mama D need to know her place at times and let Scrappy D handle his situations. But I thought it was real foul how, okay, 1 minute Scrappy seemed like he was trying to take responsibility of his actions, and then the next minute he's like, well, what y'all didn't hear, I ain't never at Erica, I ain't never at. Well, that's besides the point, because you were the one that were being, well, basically was caught on film doing your dirt. If Erica was fucking around with a married man on the side, this, that, and the fourth, at this point is her word against yours, and she could sit there and be like, okay, this motherfucking crazy is just trying to throw me under the bus because, okay, he got all this other shit going on and blah 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 blah. And even if that was the case, she played it right. She played it right. Like, okay, you trying to throw me under the bus for what? For what? For what? For real. It was like, okay, you got caught, you got your issues, and I say this also. Yes, in a relationship, it takes two to cause a problem. Okay, it takes two, and not to say that because it takes two to cause a problem, it's cause and effect. It's cause and effect. It's going to affect you one way or another. So if Erica stepped out and she was giving her time to a married man, it's no different than you giving your time to Shay um, when shit wasn't sitting right over there and you couldn't make up your mind. I wouldn't sit around with someone that's okay, can't make up their fucking mind either. I would move the fuck on too. And if it just so happened that we couldn't move on and we got back together and straightened that shit out, then fine, whatever. Shit happens like that in life sometimes. But Scrappy, I just thought it was real fucking messy how you just threw her out there and just try to make everybody jump on her when really this was your platform to, like, okay, I apologize. I'm trying to get myself together. Right now, I'm focused. That drama we had in the past, okay, that is the past, and we still have to work through that. But right now, I'm in a positive light. Suppose one, kicking your baby mama in the stomach, and then turn around and give her a hand to try to lift her up, and then kick her in the stomach again. I didn't get that. Okay, Carly Red and Benzino, they need to just axe y'all off the show altogether, because one, Benzino, okay, he really didn't. The only reason why he's on the show for real is because of Stevie J. And if it wasn't for that tie right there, I think Benzino would have been gone a long time ago. Because he really doesn't have anything exciting going on for him. He just had that little bit of drama of the so-called Jocelyn lookalike. But K Michelle, like, I mean not K Michelle, sorry, Carly Red, like they say, like they all say, you're messy as fuck. You turn around and try to put this man on blast, talking about he was going to be in your dressing room and try to get into your dressing room and this, that, and the fourth, and blah 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 blah. But yet, if you didn't want him in your dressing room, why would you send him a text saying, "Okay, I thought you were coming to my dressing room"? See, Carly Red, you try to be like so many people out there try to be the victim of every fucking thing. And then once you caught into some shit, then you try to brush it off like, and all this other shit. Carly Red, you need to go and sit down somewhere, and just chill the fuck out yourself. You, Benzino, Mimi need to go have a seat too. She probably need to be X off the show. They really do just need to have this show around Jocelyn. No, let me back up on Mimi. Mimi, okay, you gave all this fucking fierceness, all this attitude to Aaron about K Michelle stabbing her in the back. If you want to be her friend and this, that, and the fourth, and you all in her face, so you want to make sure a bitch can hear you, all this stuff. Why are you not doing that to the people that are really affecting you? You are always leashing out to the wrong person. It seems to me that you leash out and you throw your aggression out to the wrong person. And Nico does have a point whether y'all in a relationship and y'all have it going on and y'all going through the things as a normal relationship, how a normal relationship go in the early stages, that yeah, you're gonna have fallouts because you're still getting to know each other, but you really do have some anger problems, and you just directed it to the wrong people. In my mind, you directed it to the wrong people, and you're not handling yourself. Um, but I just thought all that aggression and shit was like just over the top and not even fucking called for. But overall, loving hip hop Atlanta. I'm just over these shows for real, that are so called reality, and it's not it's not reality at the end of the day. It's not reality, because these little acts and incidents that are playing out in these people and on film, they try to say, oh yeah, it's real, this reality, and this, that, and the fourth. Okay, I'm not seeing any for real emotions behind this shit. I'm not seeing people really taking responsibility behind this. If this is you all's reality, you all as a whole have a very sad and meaningless life. And I'm not saying meaningless as in like these individuals as a person um have no self worth or no value to anyone. It's just that to me, they do not, in my perspective, do not have a good outlook on life and what the important things in life. If it's value behind like monetary things and materialistic things and belted out diamond belted out watches and having money in your pocket all the time and this, that, and the fourth. Because I just thought like everybody like was like, ooh, when Stevie J threw up a whole wad full of money in the air, and Nichols was like, you know what, it's all ones or whatever the case may be. Whether it was all ones, fives, tens, 20s, 50s, or hundreds, whatever the case may have been, you know, if that's how you put worth on yourself by the dollars that you have in your pocket, then obviously at the end of the day, your life is not you're not living for the right thing. You're not living for what's right, and you're not finding meaning within yourself if your only focus is to grind hard and to make money. And like they say, you may have all the money in the fucking world, but if you haven't found any type of happiness, if you haven't found any type of joy in your life that doesn't have to do with cars and gifts and trips and shit like that, if you haven't found anything within yourself that of some value and true to the core value, then your life is pointless and it's meaningless. That's my whole point. So that's why I don't see why half of this stuff, not just Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it's like a variety of these shows that they call reality TV. But then at the end of the day, it circles around, okay, what they have in their pocket, what kind of car they drive, um, and all this other stuff. And I'm to the point, it's like I'm over it. I'm over it. Especially after I saw this episode, um, this show that they had of Tori Spelling's mom with her buying this 19,000 square foot condo and basically completing it gutting it out after losing the house that she had with her husband and stuff like that, and she's doing all this other shit, and it was just too much, and it was disgusting to me, and it just not that it never clicked before, but I'm like, you know what? These reality TV shows are nothing more than a fucking illusion to warp people's mind and this, that, and the fourth, to try to keep up with the Joneses. And none of these people are the fucking Joneses and don't even know who the fucking Joneses are to try to keep up with them. So be that as it may, this is Quentin 601. That's my thoughts about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, the reunion, because it really was not much going. Oh, I didn't even get on Kurt and Rashida. That's what I was gonna get into before I went into the all that like 5 minute spiel just there. Kurt and Rashida. Rashida, you're in a fucked up place right now. I understand that you're in a marriage, but you're in a fucked up place right now where this man just made you look like the fucking fool. He just Kurt just made you look like the fucking fool, and Kurt is a goddamn fool. For the simple fact of okay, what he is for the simple fact you're gonna get okay, you already done said in the show that you were pulling out, and then for you to sit there on stage and admit that you thought that that was a form of prevention, you dumb ass motherfucker. No wonder Rashida has not moved further in her career having you as a fucking manager, not as a husband, but just on the business end. No wonder she has not made it out of Atlanta and at least gone regional and done much more with herself. And you acting like, oh, you got so much on your plate, you don't have time for this child and this, that, and the fourth. And like she said, whether you were ready for it or not, you compromise, you make sacrifices, and you deal with the blessings that you have and quit being such a selfish ass little fucking boy, Kurt. You look like a fucking burnt ass. No, you look like a melted ass milk dud on the sidewalk, and you just sit there and you know. I understand that you up there and you laughed or whatever during the situation. I understand different people handle stressful situations when they're on the spot. They may laugh, they may sweat, they may um, get nervous, and you literally see them shaking and stuff like that. But Kurt, you had enough time to fucking think about this shit, and then you try to put a little bit of blame on Benzino, but still at the end of the day, yeah, you may say, okay, Benzino, you don't fault him, but at the end of the day, you are a feeble-minded little ass boy that have no fucking thought process of anything. Just because Rashida said you do you does not mean okay you go out there and you sleep with what popcorn hoes. You just fucking stupid. You just fucking stupid, and I think Rashida just need to go ahead and sever ties with you altogether, and just call it a fucking day because you're fucking dumb as fuck. You now you claim that you realized what you lost, and you gave a bullshit ass apology on stage, and you didn't even want to get over there and hug your wife of 17 years. That's the fucking gag of like how stupid you are, and that's why I say Rashida need to move on. I'm not gonna get into I forget the other two name with the fucking money. She keep talking about $25,000 this. She still has feelings for her baby daddy. She still wants him around, and she uses her money because she knows that he's not doing anything. She uses her money to try to make him do what she want him to do when she want him to do it. That's obvious. So it's no fucking real tea on that. But anyway, this is Quinn 601. Peace, you guys.